Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, thanks to the fine folks over at articulatedempire.com, we're going to be taking a look at the Valaverse Eclipse Warpath version. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Articulated Empire is your newest online retailer for shopping for your favorite figures and toy lines like Mythic Legions, Savage Crucible, and Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, to name a few. They ship your orders quickly and securely. Visit articulatedempire.com today and build your empire. And just to let you guys know, if you want to get in on the newest set of Valaverse figures, Action Force Wave 5 is up for sale right now over at articulatedempire.com. They are charging a small non-refundable deposit on all of your pre-orders, and just want to remind you guys that any order over $75 gets free shipping in the US. All right, taking a closer look at the package here, we have Action Force there at the top, Action Force Eclipse in the front. I like this nice design. I believe this was a special designed package because this was the JOEFest 23 exclusive, I believe. We have some nice, looks like watercolor painted artwork there on the side of Eclipse. We have Action Force written on this side. We have some nice artwork here on the back. We have an Eclipse, we have her head, we have the figure here, and then if you want to read her bio, you can pause it and read it there, and you can clip and save 2 action points for whatever those are used for. But let's get her opened up and check out everything she comes with. She does come with 2 of these support hands that would be used for like supporting the weight of the barrel of her rifle. They are on horizontal hinges from what I can tell here. I like how the wraps look like they go between the fingers. That's a really nice touch. Here we have 2 punching fists, both on horizontal hinges as well. And can't wait to see how easy these are to swap in and out. We have 2, I'm assuming maybe like knife holding hands for the 2 bladed weapons she comes with. Both are on horizontal hinges. And then on the figure itself in the package, she comes with 2 trigger finger hands that are on what I believe are, vertical hinges. So that's really nice. That's a nice touch, especially, when you're going to be holding rifles and such. Next up, she does come with this really nice rifle. It's very well sculpted, but I think that's one of the hallmarks of Valaverse is that their weapons are very nicely sculpted. It's got some black, some green paint, some silver paint, and then you get, I think I counted up like 7 magazines, and that just pops in very nicely, and it looks really good. It holds very well. It's not going to fall out. That's in there pretty securely. Next up, she does get this little sidearm that's all cast in black with a little silver tip there on the end. It does have a port for blast effects. Let's see, did the rifle? Yeah, the rifle has a port for blast effects as well. That's a nice touch. And then she does come with this Kukra style bladed weapon. It's all cast in black, has a little silver paint on the blade, which looks really nice. I mean, that's sometimes Hasbro can't even do that with their knives. Here we have a small black knife as well with a little silver blade on the end. I like that. And then into the heads, she does come with this screaming, like, I guess, Warpath head. I like how the paint is still running down the sides of her face. You've got like this really nice screaming face sculpt, which looks nice. The teeth and mouth look nice. Just this little braid sculpted in with a little blue barrette right there in her hair, which is a nice touch. I guess that's a carryover from the first Eclipse figure. I don't know. I've just seen some pictures online. And then we have her fully wrapped and shrouded head. Has her scarf pulled up over her face. You can see her eyes. Nice and cleanly painted underneath, which is really cool. I think that's a nice touch. This is a really cool head, and I can't wait to see how this looks on the figure itself. And then she does come with this Action Force base. It's got 4 pegs there for standing your figure any way you want. You can see 2022 there because this was manufactured in 22, but I believe a 23 release. And here's the figure itself with her normal head on. The like kind of calm, at rest, stoic head. Nice war paint on her face. Looks really cool. I like the touch of pink around her nose. Really brings that out. That looks really cool. And there's the comparison of the two. You can see the hair sculpt is the same all the way around down to the blue barrette. Which is a really nice touch. You have this nice little scarf piece around her neck. It is a separate piece, but you can see that it is supposed to be the same scarf that she pulls up over her face and over the top of her head. You can see the light blue fringes around the bottom, which is a nice touch. And then this is really cool. Check out this really cool tattoo that goes all the way down her arm. It's very nice, very cleanly applied, which looks great. Just going around the back, check out this armor on the back. She has a little hole for plugging in like a backpack or something. You can slide the knife in the sheath right there, and it holds very well. That is not coming out. That's very secure. Man, look at these little ammo pouches here on the front, or magazine pouches. These are removable. And then these are included in the, I believe, the 7 that I counted. I counted the 2 on her chest, and I believe that there's 4 or 5 in the package itself. You have this nice drop holster on her leg. It's got some extra clips like sculpted in right there, and this is molded to the side, so it's not going to come off. And let's see how this works. Yeah, that slides right in, and that stays in there securely. That's not going to come out. I'm just looking at the scuffs and scratches down on the boots and legs, on the knee pads and on the boots, the shin plates. It looks really nice. There's a lot of paint apps here. It's kind of deceptive. As far as articulation goes, she can look up that far, even with her hairpiece. It's kind of soft at the bottom. It gets out of the way. Oh, okay, so we're on a disc and a ball peg. So that's nice. Let's see if we can get this popped back on, or if I'm going to have to do this off camera. But there you go. She can look down that far, and because of that disc and ball, she can shunt forward and back. You can't get a lot of rotation here side to side, but it's probably because of this scarf piece. The arms go all the way out to the side. Hit that T-pose, no problem. Let's see what else they do. Do they have a... They can go all the way around if you need them to. There's no butterfly joint there, right there at the shoulder. We do have a upper bicep swivel, no problem. Looks really good. Oh, got some scuff marks on her armor. That's really cool. We have double jointed pinless arms, which is always nice, and she can scrunch up that much, which is really, really good. And then she has a hinge and a swivel at the wrist, depending on which set of hands you have in. Now, because of this armor, which is removable, by the way, you can see there's a little split right here on the side where you can pull it apart. I'm not going to do that because I always have a trouble like putting these things back together and having them go back to factory defaults, you know, if as you were. So like even with this armor, she can only bend forward and back about that far. You're not getting much mobility in that diaphragm joint. She does spin at the waist, but she does kind of want to like pop back into place. So you see that what I'm talking about there, she kind of wants to like spin back into place. She does have a nice drop down on her thigh, which is really good. And because of that drop down, she can kick all the way forward, all the way out to the side, and then back a pretty far amount, which is really nice. I really like when legs are able to go far backwards. It really helps with the posability. You have a nice thigh cut. Ooh, boy, these joints are stiff. Double jointed pinless knees. Come on. Oh, almost felt like I was going to break that. Man, those knee joints are super, super tight. Then we have an upper boot cut, and then we just have a hinge and a forward-facing pin down at the foot, no swivel. But there she is. Let's see if we can pop some of these extra heads on and see how well they go. If you want to pull that off, we can see how she looks without the... Ooh, this is going to be difficult. Probably going to have to do this off camera. There we have it. And I really dig that screaming head. If I was collecting this whole Valaverse line, this is probably how I would leave her on my shelf. Now, popping on the shrouded head with the mask up, the scarf up, that looks really dope. And she, I don't have it popped on all the way. That's just not going to go on all the way for me. But she looks incredible. So why don't we get her standing straight up and down with some other G.I. Joe females and see how she poses up? All right, here is Eclipse next to the brand new Classified Series retro carded Scarlet. And here she is next to Zorana, because I really wanted to see how you know, she stacks up between the two different styles of female bodies that we have here. You can see that Eclipse stands a little bit taller, but I think it's because of that base that she's on. But let's get all of these people out of the way and get her into some lighting and into some backgrounds and see how she poses up. I gotta tell you, I'm not a big Valaverse collector. I am sort of ambivalent towards the line. I know that some people have really strong feelings towards Bobby Vala. I have no opinion whatsoever, one way or the other. He's making quality figures that are more realistic in their approach, I guess, to modern military combat action figures. And so this line, while it's not, you know, necessarily for me, I can appreciate it. I think they're very well made. They come with a ton of accessories and hands and heads, and I think that's great. And I think they're a really good value. What he's asking for these figures, and you know what you're paying and what you're getting, I think it's a great value. These figures are kind of like fun to mess around with and play with, but it's just not a line that I collect because I collect so much. I have to pare it down to only the essentials. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over on Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and I will see you in the toy aisles.